Amy from Colorado Mountain Living, and got the greenhouse behind me. We're at a milestone right now. Happy to say that we passed the inspection for the forms. So we are on schedule for concrete pour next week. But, you know, in the meantime, well, we still have stuff to do around the homestead that we've put on the back burner. So we're gonna head over towards Brian with the tractor. He's actually redoing a project that he did last year that needed some attention, and that's related to the driveway and the drainage of the driveway. So some of the trenching on the lower part of the driveway filled in this past spring with some dirt and all that, and the trench wasn't really doing its job. So let's head over there and see what Brian's doing to fix it. We're back down the driveway this weekend so Brian can fix the trenching along the driveway. I know it's hard to see what's going on with the height of the grass and the weeds, but Brian is working to redig the trench. This was a major project from last summer where he changed the location of the trench. It was 2 feet next to the driveway, and then he pushed it back so it was about 8 feet away so that it could better handle draining away the water from the spring thaw. You can see some areas of the driveway where he had to place more gravel because it was developing potholes, so obviously the water was not exiting through the culvert like it was supposed to. And if we take a closer look at the existing trench, well, you can see that it's not very deep right now. It's filled in quite a bit in 1 year's time, and actually it looks like it's about only 5 inches deep or so. And so that's why he's back at it with the tractor, not to move the trench this time, just to go back through and dig out the topsoil that's filled back in.
In the wintertime, all the water basically just sheets down the hill, or in the spring when it's all melting. And so this trench catches all the water and directs it to one location. So over the years, it's all topsoil, as you can see. And the freezing, thawing, melting, it just starts to collapse in on itself. So, so every now and then we have to retrench it.
Now, when you first dug this trench, was that last year?
No, I've dug this one very first day we started cutting trees down.
Okay.
So.
But you redid it last year?
I moved it, yeah. So,
you moved it in, so
we had it more closer to the driveway.
Okay.
And I moved it a good 8 feet further up the hill, so keep the water further away from the driveway and from the neighbor's house. They're right there. So.
So pretty easy work for the tractor
as
far as like digging. You're not digging too deep. Is there any reason to go deeper than what you're digging?
No, because if I go too deep, then I'm going to get lower than the culvert pipe that goes under the driveway. Okay.
You're going about a bucket's worth deep.
Yeah, it's about a foot.
A foot deep, okay.
Maybe 18 inches in some areas.
But yeah, it did look kind of shallow at a couple spots, like it was maybe only like 5 inches deep, you know. Anyhow.
So hopefully it'll keep, some of the water builds up along the driveway. Hopefully it'll kind of coax it to move back towards the trench as well. So
because we did have a little bit of flooding on the driveway this spring where was it the culvert wasn't really working?
Well, trench wasn't working because it was kind of filled in, so the water was just saturating the ground.
Okay.
So we want to get that saturation to move towards the trench.
Yeah. So we're two factors we're working with. There's a slope behind us. Can't tell, but there is quite a slope. So in the spring thaw, so all the snow and all the water comes this way. Yeah. So that's one battle. And then just the filling in of the the ground, I guess, is the other.
Yeah, it just gets so soft. If you were to drive a car or your pickup truck along the driveway, you in the heat of the spring, you'd sink up to your axle.
Yeah, so. Soft ground over here, folks. So yeah. But as far as doing anything more complicated than redigging a trench, I mean, we're not going to be installing any kind of water flow systems. Yeah. It's pretty easy to manage with a tractor, thankfully, and so that's how we're doing it.
Yeah, excellent.
So you got this section done. Now there's one more section to go.
The other half to do going up the hill.
Okay.
On the other half, there's a spring that, the spring that's up on the second corner of our driveway. That whole side feeds down in here. So we try to capture that water before it hits the driveway and direct it to the culvert.
All right, more work to do. All done. Hey, well, you finished that job pretty quick.
Yeah, what, an hour and 15 minutes.
So I know people are probably wondering, are you going to be doing this job every single year, digging out the trench? Is it going to be a lot of work?
Nope.
No?
So I haven't dug it since probably 5 years. So
okay.
So it's probably at every 3-year job.
Okay.
As you can see, it was pretty filled in. There was one little tricky spot that there was a lot of big rocks under the ground, so it took a bit to kind of loosen those up.
Okay.
But yeah, and I mean, it was just like a little shallow depression before. Now it's 18 inches and at least a foot deep. So.
Okay, so it's a lot deeper than it was. And just to clarify, it wasn't last year that Brian dug the trench to move it over. It was a couple of years ago. Yeah.
At least 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
The years just
They just go by. So the tractor makes easy work of digging out that trench. It's a small maintenance project. It took him about an hour just to kind of like re-dig it a little bit more. Anyhow, our driveway should be in better shape this year for the spring that's coming up
for
this winter. Yeah. Well, we'll keep you guys posted on how everything's going, and we'll have more to come on the greenhouse real soon.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, take care.
Thanks for watching.